The house is amazing, it always is, and I'm happy to bring you footage of that. It's how quiet the other areas of Polesden Lacey are that aren't related to Christmas. It's really classy in here. Yeah, it feels a little bit construction-y, doesn't it? Really, you're going to be looking at around 2 to 3 hours. Hey everybody, welcome to Polesden Lacey, the National Trust in Surrey. So for those of you that are new, or for those of you that have been here before, thank you by the way, you'll know that what I do as a small channel is I look at the seasonality of places like this, the time it takes you to get here, the time you get at the location. I look at the essentials of the amenities, of variety, which is key, and of course I look at the price. So let's have a look. It is the month of December, it is a Christmas month at Polesden, but let's find out more. You need to follow the hats to see Santa. Once upon a time in a faraway land, we have Aladdin. Oh, this is cool, I like this. So we have Aladdin. I'm not sure about that. Is that James and the Giant Peach? I'm not sure. That is definitely Peter Pan. And then there's some back there, but unfortunately they've been knocked over, or they've kind of had a fight with each other. So a couple of words on the seasonality. So today it's a mixture of sun in the winter, but mainly quite damp. So Polesden Lacey, now a big part of this is the house. However, there are other little indoor areas. I call indoor areas, or I determine indoor areas as like the front section where there's a shop and there's a few eateries. And during the winter there's like the carousel, which you could argue is kind of undercover, etc., and a few stalls. Ideally you'd come and consider the weather before setting off. Today as well, just in terms of like the little things they put here and there. Well, they do that throughout the seasons in autumn, spring and summer. So the thing to be aware of is that they're not, as far as I'm aware, charging addition as you enter the gates for this, unless you want to pay per ride and stuff like that. If any of the kids get dirty on a damp day like this, you can always put them in some of the baths. Just make sure that you're with them for supervision reasons, because it's quite deep. So what about the time? So Polesden Lacey is one of those places that you'll get 2 or 3 hours most likely out of. If you do choose to walk, so you go around the back, which you won't see much footage from today, simply because of the walk is kind of what you expect, woodland walk, a little bit of outdoor, some sheep, but ideally you would see the inside of the property, which you will be soon. You go to these kind of landscape garden areas, which is where I'm at the moment with this beautiful house, and you'd also spend some time at the front and then on the grounds themselves. But for a family or for anyone really, you're going to be looking at around 2 to 3 hours, which makes it pretty good value, to be honest, with the sort of variety which we'll come on to. So today you're going to see footage of inside Polesden Lacey that's behind me, and what I want to say in advance is it's a big component of the Christmas at Polesden event. Now, if you do not want to know what is inside the property, especially before you come to the Christmas at Polesden event, then either look away or you look at it and don't show your children, or don't show the person who you want it to be a surprise for. Yeah, it feels a little bit construction-y, doesn't it? The word is extremely immersive. The level of detail for a place that's just open on a day pass. I mean, look at the lamp, the reflection. Big tip. if you can go for the later walkthrough, you can go any time, but the final time is 3. I recommend doing the outdoor component first and then doing the house. I'd then come out of the house and hopefully you get a bit of the the lit effect around 4 p.m. So you get the lights, you get the carousel behind me lit up, etc. So what about the price? So for an adult it's £15 excluding gift aid. For a child it's half of that, £7.50 excluding gift aid, and then a family ticket is £37.50. Someone's coming, better move. Be rude not to have a little go, wouldn't it? That's quite cute. I can tell you from my experience of going to these outdoor places that there is many venues, if you get a day ticket or the equivalent of a day pass, or you're a National Trust member, etc., or an RHS member, there's many places that do not necessarily light up their venue in Christmas lights. So overall and in conclusion, and I'll keep this quick, you've seen the inside of the house and you've seen what the house brings at Polesden Lacey, so I'll just put 2 thumbs up, but I'll let the footage do the talking. Variety is good. It's better than probably expected because the house is the thing that's predominantly advertised, unless in the summer and autumn you're doing the outdoor theatre festivals. Seasonality I've spoken about, consider it. I would consider it. I was here on a wet day. And finally I've mentioned the price. I think it's overall very, very good. I was just thinking there, including the time as well. I also mentioned that today. But I think there's a lot of families here, a lot of people enjoy it, and I think you'll get a lot out of it.